All right, y'all. As promised, I said I was coming back with another video, and I am here. So, the part of the discussion that bothered me the most was this part here, where Mal and DJ Head are talking about tailor-made freestyle and whether or not it was disrespectful. And we're just gonna jump right into it. We're just gonna jump right into it.
Friendly amongst people who are oppositions. So, to me, that like no such thing as a friendly amongst people who are oppositions.
I just want to say, Kendrick is the only one that called him a friend on Euphoria, because that's where he did the I hope they my real friends, if not, I'm YNW Melly. That line, which is one of the best lines, like, of the beat. It's one of the best lines, like, period. Dot. Drake fan, Kendrick fan, whatever fan. That was a hard bar, okay? Because he said in 8 bars, I'll explain that phrase. The setup, crazy. Now, he also said this is a friendly fade. You should keep it that way on the same record. And DJ Head is saying
no such thing as a friendly amongst people who are oppositions.
Somebody's lying. Somebody's lying. That's all I'm saying. Somebody's lying.
So, to me, that, like I said, this screams of somebody who's never been in those environments, because I would not hand somebody a weapon to use against me in the real world, right? The second thing.
Well, what if it's not a real weapon?
It doesn't matter if it's perceived as one. Yeah, the cops is going to shoot you if you have a gun and it's a phone case. It don't matter. Mm-hmm. They're going to shoot you. Mm-hmm. It's a perceived weapon. So we all know we live on the internet. Perception doesn't matter. I mean, reality doesn't matter if the perception is fucked up, right? So the second thing was the AI shit. The song would have just been would have been a dope rap song without the AI shit. Again, screaming of lack of cultural awareness, because you don't. I don't know. Maybe I could ask you: would you ever use someone's likeness who's currently walking around?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
Okay. Here's the thing. I just really don't feel like Mal was well equipped for the conversation or the question he just asked, because realistically, the answer is technically yes. For the sake of parody, when you're doing the thing is, I look at tailor-made freestyle as comedy, as a parody. He didn't publish it on DSPs. He wasn't trying to make money off of it. He just put it on his Instagram to make fun of Kendrick Lamar, which is the cornerstone of parody. To make light of something, he was parodying. And then he did the AI stuff, so his voice sound. It's the same thing as if he would have got somebody that actually sounded like Tupac to say it. Same thing. Somebody sound like Snoop to say it. Same thing. But what I can say is, of this, like, it must have deeply bothered you what was being said on there for you to go, oh man, that's disrespectful. It's not disrespectful. It's parody. If that's the case, no comedian can make any jokes. Like, no, y'all gotta pack Family Guy up. Y'all gotta get South Park up out of here. Oh wait, he's working with the creators from South Park.
Well, I mean, me, I wouldn't, but in that
I'm
situation,
saying, why not though?
In that, because I don't.
Not in that situation. Just in general, why not?
I mean, but I have though. I mean, we've done skits and things like that where I've acted like other people.
With AI?
Not with AI, but in the terms of acting and using somebody's likeness and personality, not necessarily AI, but with that record, with the tailor-made record, I thought that it was a clever. First of all, we've never seen that in that type of situation, battle or not. So I thought it was a clever play. Everybody, it wasn't like one of those records where it was like, oh, he killing him. It was more so like, oh, that was clever.
It would have been even more clever without that. Because to me, again, somebody who has respect for, I don't give a fuck if I don't like you as an artist. I would never, because I have respect for hip hop. I have respect for my elders. Even people who don't like me as an elder in the game, I would never disrespect them publicly because I respect.
Where was the disrespect?
To use someone's likeness without their permission, who's currently breathing.
Yeah, but it wasn't. Yeah, but see, that's where y'all people lose me in this, because yes, he used Tupac's voice with a filter. He
Snoop
used
Dogg.
Snoop. Um, but when we say, oh, he's using their likeness and this, that, and that, like Drake wasn't using that as a single trying to get popping, and it like that's where I think people was just, this was a moment, it was a battle, it was like, all right, let's have some fun. He's taking too long to respond. You know, what are some of the West Coast, you know, Mount Rushmores, what would they say in this moment to Kendrick if they could speak to him and get him in a room? I think that was Drake's mindset. Like, yo,
Yeah, and the shit was funny. Like, I don't think anybody that heard Taylor Made Freestyle was like, oh my God, he disrespecting Tupac. He disrespecting Snoop Dogg. Like, no, this shit was fucking funny. Kendrick, we need you. West Coast savior. Like, we know Tupac wouldn't say that shit. But it's fucking funny. In the moment, it was fucking funny. It was. And it was all jokes. Because y'all said, oh, we can't take him seriously. He's joking around too much. And then he dropped Taylor Made Freestyle. And you're like, oh, he's not joking anymore. He's being serious. Nigga, make up your mind. Make up your fucking mind. Either he's a super serious fucking person, Drake is who I'm talking about, or he's a jokester and he's a prankster. And in those moments, he was joking around. Because Kendrick hadn't responded, so he was just goofing around. He probably made it in the stew and was like, yo, this is kind of funny. And then they were like, oh man, what if it was Tupac and Snoop Dogg's voice saying it? And so then they ran it through the filters and they're like, yo, this is funny. Let's put it out on Instagram. Like, come on.
we doing this or not, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you jumped out there with the verse. Let's do it. Like, I'm fresh off tour. I'm in the studio. I'm not sleeping. I'm up. I'm ready for this moment. Like, what are you doing? And then obviously, you know, the record came out. Somebody made a call to an estate. The estate said, take it down, delete the song. Okay, cool. No problem. It wasn't that serious of a song. I'll delete it off my Instagram or wherever it was living at. It wasn't that deep. So that's why I feel like when people are like, oh, he used, you know, Pac's likeness or he used Snoop's likeness and this, that, and the third. And it's like, bro, it wasn't that serious though. He wasn't trying to make a living off of this song and publish it and push it out to the mat. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So when people carry it that heavy, I'm like, bro, this was a battle, bro. This was like a little attack. Like, yo, what's up, fam? Like, I'm here, I'm outside, I'm waiting for you. Like, what you gonna do? Like,
I agree with you, but to me, even your rebuttal screams to me that you don't understand. That's disrespectful. Where we come from.
No, see, nah. They're picking and choosing like when shit's kids to be funny and when shit's ain't funny. Like, it's like they're making up the rules as they go. If you just agreed with him, y'all work with comedians all the fucking time. He's working with fucking South Park. That's like the cornerstone of their show. Is them parodying people. They parody Tupac. Was that disrespectful? They parody Snoop Dogg. Is that disrespectful? Was that too much? They need to not do that. You can't have it both fucking ways. Pull your panties out your ass.
a little attack. Like, yo, what's up, fam? Like, I'm here, I'm outside, I'm waiting for you. Like, what you gonna do? Like,
I agree with you, but to me, even your rebuttal screams to me that you don't understand. That's disrespectful. Where we come from. Where I'm from, that's disrespectful. It doesn't matter what the use case is. You don't violate the elders or the OGs.
Where was the violation at, though?
Exactly.
Why did they tell him to take it down?
Because he used somebody's likeness in their tone and their inflections in their voices.
So the violation is using someone's shit without their permission.
No. You can't use the legal framework to then validate your street frame of reference. That's not how that works. It's not hand in hand. Okay? If the estate wanted to take it down, cool, they could take it down. But that doesn't necessarily mean it was disrespect. That just means, hey, legally, if we want you to take this down, we can tell you, hey, we want you to take it down. We want you to take it down. And even though he could have fought it off as parody, he could have. Excuse me. He could have, but he just didn't feel like doing it. He didn't feel like it was worth it, so he just took it down. He could have fought that legally and won because parody is a real thing. There's plenty of case law and precedent for that. It's just releasing it as a song to where people can where he's potentially may or may not be making money off of it. That's where it gets a little sketchy.
Yeah, but again, you losing me because I get what you're saying. Yes, he used the AI, the voice, the filter. I get that part. But it's not like he used it and was disrespecting Pac or Snoop.
And that's what I'm telling you. You don't see the bigger picture is.
The bigger picture is those are West Coast artists. Kendrick is a West Coast artist. And this turned into California versus Drake. Not Kendrick versus Drake.
No.
That's the real situation.
No, that's not what happened.
That's exactly what Kendrick turned it into.
That's not what happened.
Kendrick didn't turn it into California versus Drake. You DJ'd the pop-out show. What are you talking about?
Who used whose likeness?
So it was you and Amazon.
Who used whose likeness?
Drake and 40.
So you saying are you saying that Dot conspired to have Dot? I mean, you saying Dot conspired to have Drake use those two West Coast legends, right?
No, I'm not saying no. I'm not saying Dot had anything to do with it.
No. I'm just listen.
What is he doing?
You're saying that Dot turned it into California versus Drake. That's
100%.
Yeah.
But Drake used California first.
He used it in a way of saying, yo, dog, you taking too long to drop your verse or your record, whatever you putting out.
Okay.
Like, yo, what's up, fam? I'm waiting. Like, this is what the OGs would say, or what I think the OGs would, if they could get in Kendrick's ear, like, Kendrick, we need you, West Coast savior. All of that, like, that was just fun shit. That was part of the moment. But to then have the estate, whoever called the estate, I don't know who called the estate, Tupac estate.
Who has to call anybody?
I'm just saying, somebody
use Rory and Mal and to do stuff without y'all permission?
They do it all the time on YouTube.
No, that's not what I'm asking you. Are you cool with people using Rory and Mal? Rory, are you cool with people using Rory and Mal to just do whatever the fuck they want to do?
No.
Why not?
It depends the light that it's put in.
Okay.
There's plenty of stuff that goes on YouTube that will never copyright, copy strike, anything. If you want to use our content, I'm okay with it.
Right.
There's been times where like homophobic shit was used in our likeness that we didn't feel was okay. Especially because we're with advertisers and it's different there.
Right.
But as far as like someone clipping this exact conversation, nah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, perfect.
Because it promotes, I mean, granted, that didn't promote Tupac or Snoop. So I see there's not
It wasn't supposed to though.
I know. So it's a weird comparison that I think Head is asking.
No, it's not.
It is an absolute weird comparison. It's absolute weird comparison. It's not apples to oranges. I mean, it is apples to oranges. It's not apples to apples, is what I was trying to say. But if you want a true comparison, again, like I was saying, when you have those YouTubers, those parody YouTubers that make like records or whatever of people like, and they have it as animated as cartoons, you can start asking questions like, oh, is that disrespectful? Does that make you feel away? Dave Chappelle made a whole made-up song about how Tupac's songs be sounding when he released them posthumously. It'd be sounding like he's still alive in the club. Everybody knows that clip when Dave Chappelle is in the club or whatever. Like, and he used a vocal inflection or whatever that he made himself sound like it. It would have been better if DJ Head's point was, I just didn't like the use of AI and we don't want the use of AI being validated or being something that is being used regularly in music. If that was their standpoint, I would go, okay, as a respect for the art, we don't want AI in the art. That's a better argument. That is a solid ass argument. And I can get with them there. Because even I went, man, I like the parody of it. It's funny, but I'm like, this kind of opening a door. I don't think we want to open. You know what I'm saying? Even though there's people already been doing it online, it's just somebody as big as Drake doing it. It's like kind of like, whoa, you know. But anywho,
I'm not comparing the two. I'm simply just asking straight across, because he was bringing up like somebody called the estate. Just straight across business, you can't even put out your album without getting clearance.
Oh, for sure, yeah. No, I don't think anyone needed to call Tupac's estate. They could just hear it.
That's all I'm.
The lawyer that they have on retainer.
Oh, so y'all don't think nobody called Tupac's estate?
I'll be honest. I don't know Kendrick.
No, I'm asking, do you think anybody did?
I think somebody probably did. I don't think it had anything to do with Kendrick, but I'm not in this debate.
Okay. So my point is Drake brought California in before Dot did.
No. By the inherent nature of Kendrick Lamar being who Kendrick Lamar is for California, the West Coast was already in it. And I'm telling you, as a resident, that was a fact. As a resident, that was a fact. Even though I was elsewhere when it was happening, you know, because I was in Virginia when the beef was happening. That's a fact, bro. It's a fact. Man, dude, that was some good times in Virginia. That was some good times. I gotta go visit those people. I gotta go visit them. It's in my best interest. I should go visit them. But I as a resident, and I've been here for the last 10 years. So from 2015 to now, Kendrick Lamar means a whole lot to the West Coast. The West Coast already made their side. They already made their side. They were like, "Yo, we gonna stick with Kendrick." And basically, the phone calls were made. I know phone calls were made because it's like either you with us or you're against us, and everybody had to get in line. Everybody did. Everybody had to get in line. It's crazy. And people are trying to convince everybody, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Drake made it that way. Like, no. The West Coast hadn't even had like an anthem or song for like forever. That's why Not Like Us is like proliferating so long, is because they don't have another record to dance to. They don't. I'm sorry. I went outside. There's not much else besides other old records that are popping. Like that are old West Coast records that are popping. You very rarely get a new sounding West Coast record that everybody goes, yeah, we rocking. It don't happen that often. They get like 1 to 2 records like every like 3 to 5 business years. But to sit here and be like, oh, you know what I'm saying, tailor-made freestyle in and of itself using the AI was just using using the AI to make their voices. And really, he didn't even use the AI like to make their voices. He just ran his voice through a filter to make him sound like Tupac. So is that even really AI? Because somebody could have manually just did it themselves. It's the same thing. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. This video got beside me. I got way longer than I wanted it to. But anyway, y'all stay blessed. I'm up out of here. Subscribe.